We've known for quite a while now that the tasks we get in Leagues 3, which give you points and Sage's Renown for unlocks, was going to be very similar to Leagues 2 with some minor tweaks. Between the odd leak and the video where Jimmy fell from the sky, we can now confirm quite a lot of them and build a strategy to get a ton of points. And actually, going through what tasks I could confirm, it's very clear what they have changed this year. So I've put together a run that will get you as many points as possible in the shortest time. But first, before I show you that, since I've got the information, I might as well share it just in case you want to do your own thing. I apologise unreservedly to anyone watching on a small device right now, and feel free to skip to the actual run, but this is what I have found. This is a list of all the easy and later medium quests from every region last year, all put together. The ones highlighted in yellow have either been confirmed by Jagex or were in Jimmy's video. When going through all of the lists, I realised that all of the new tasks were one of the following things. Either near the starting location, so we had more points available there, in Kandarin, since that wasn't in Leagues 2, or for completing quests. So it seems skipping quests will actually be a double whammy, as we need points to skip, but we'll also not get points for completing them too. So I narrowed these tasks down to just these. All of them can be done without any unlocks and are either very close or very simple to do. Then I've made the most efficient route I think as possible to do as many of these tasks as I can at the start. So this is the location you're going to start, and the first thing you're going to need to do is complete the tutorial, but apparently you can't skip it anyway, so as soon as the intro is finished you're pretty much going to get your first point. Next, open the Leagues menu, which will be at the bottom somewhere, and that will give you another point. Then home telly, unless you plan to come straight back here after you've done this, in which point you might as well just do this at the end. Obviously I won't complete my home telly here, it's different for me, it would teleport me to Lumbridge, but for you, the home teleport and Leagues will come back to here. Next, bank everything you've got except your axe, tinderbox, net, starter weapon, pickaxe and GP. Then head a little bit southeast and get 15 fishing, which is going to require you to catch 17 shrimps. It's hard for me to know exactly how long this is going to take you at a low level, but I'm going to add 5 minutes onto the timer just to make sure. Once you got 15 fishing, keep fishing in the same spot that you are, just to get one anchovy for another task. Then head northwest to the range and cook the shrimp. Helps if you go on the right one. And between the fishing and the cooking, this is going to complete a ton of tasks. It's going to give you your first level up, level 5, level 10, catch a shrimp, catch an anchovy, cook a shrimp, burn food, and cook 5 pieces of food. All give you points. Now, even though you're level 1 cooking and it's locked, you can still cook anything that is a level 1, you just don't get XP for it. Whilst you're at the range, you might as well select your NPC options to either always right click or hidden, so that when you pickpocketing you don't attack him by accident, but I've no doubt it's going to happen anyway, someone's going to kill him, but there's not a lot you can do at the start. There's going to be probably 1,000 people trying to steal from here. And once you've done that and you've cooked the food, go over and pickpocket the man or woman until you have 28 pouches. Again, I'm going to add 5 minutes onto this. It probably won't take you that long, but just to be safe. Once you have 28 pouches, open them all for a task, and then go into the fishing shop and buy a fishing rod and some bait, and then go to the fishing spot. This time, right click using the bait option and catch a raw herring. Then go north just past the farming shop where there's a little wheat field and pick up 1 wheat. Then in the farming shop, buy a rake and then farm any one of the allotments. Obviously for me there's no weeds here, but there will be for you. Then go to the charter ship at the very end of the southern dock and buy yourself a knife and a bucket. From there, run west to the beehives, cutting 2 logs on the way. Once you have them, burn 1 set of logs for a point and then fletch the other logs into some arrow shafts for another point. Once you're at the beehives, use the bucket on one of them. Then run to the west just before the fishing guild where there are some goblins. Equip your starter weapon and kill one of the goblins, and then bury its bones. After that, we need to go all the way up to the coal trucks and speak to someone called Stankers, who will give us a poison chalice. Once there, choose the option Hello Mr. Stankers and he will offer you a poison chalice, and simply drink it for another point. Go back out, head south and cross the bridge over to the Tree Gnome stronghold and go inside. Once inside, use the minigames teleport to the fishing trawler. And from there, mine the rocks just to the northwest to get some tin. Then follow the path west and then go south to some more ore where you can get some copper and mine that too. Obviously, when you're doing this, it will take a little bit longer, so I'm just going to wait a few times in this guide, just so I know I'm not miles ahead of you and you're having to pause the video all the time. There's a couple of tasks left to do in Ardy, which is to smelt these ores into a bronze bar, steal a chocolate cake from the baker's stall, and finally kill a guard. After that, a lot of people may choose to finish here and just take the points you've got so far, as that's all the really easy points in this area for now. So you may wish to stay in the area, take the points that you've got so far, and start your skilling grind. These are the most efficient points, and after this we're going to go to different regions, so the points are not as quick, but still fairly good. If you do wish to carry on, smelt those bars in the furnace just in the centre of Ardy. After that, run east to the baker's stall and keep stealing from the stall until you get a chocolate cake. Next, kill one of the guards for another point. Now, he'll be quite high level to you at the time, so use something as a safe spot, either an obstacle, or you could use one of the stall owners just to get in the way of both of you. After that, we're going to go over to Deep Wilderness, so we're going to have to use the lever just to the west. Then slash the web and head over to the west side to the major arena. Once there, pull the lever and then bank. I did forget to do it the first time I went inside, so I had to do it twice. Obviously, you won't get the point if you miss anything out like that. Then come back out and go to the southwest to the dungeon sign, and that task is worth 2 points, as are quite a few others in this area. Next, head to the east side, but I'd hug the railing just because there's less things to attack you along here, and go towards the lava dragons. Be very careful here as they will one-hit you. There's a number of safe spots. The one I prefer is the one just to the south as you're looking at it now, which is very easy to get to without getting attacked. So normally on a low level, that's the one I will go to. But you can use this one here as well. This will obviously take you a lot longer than it's going to take me to kill, but they are very weak to magic. So if you pick magic, it's going to be an easy kill. Less so with range, but even with range, you do hit a lot. Once you've got the kill, bury the bones here, and that'll give you another 2 points. Then head back outside and go west and then south. We're going to need to kill 2 green dragons as well. You can use this safe spot here. The first time you kill a green dragon, simply bury the bones, and the second time you want to keep the bones for later. Go a little bit south so you don't get hit by the dragons, and then run to the west side until you get to the altar. On the way over from the green dragons, put your thick skin prayer on just to drain your prayer points, because praying at this altar also gives you another point. Once you're there, use the bones on the altar and don't forget to pray like I did, which will give you 3 points for doing that. And then head all the way southeast to the Ferox Enclave. Once inside, go to the pub in the northeast corner and speak to Kamast, who will sell you a beer. After that, go outside and run to the east side of Varrock and head down towards the tea stall. And keep an eye out for the stray dog as you're running through Varrock. Steal from the tea stall and then pet the stray dog. Thankfully for me, it was right next to the stall. After that, leave Varrock and head towards Al-Kharid. But just before you get there, go through the gate. After that, we want to go to the Lumbridge Graveyard. And the final task is to go into Renown Manor. It will take you a bit longer than it took me to kill the dragon, so that's about 40 minutes I expect it to take you, for a lot of points and a lot of unlocks to be able to do from now on in. So definitely a strategy if you want to go for something different to everyone else very early on, or if you just plan to do a lot of unlocks. And hopefully it'll give you a massive advantage in leagues. And if you take just one thing from this guide, please, 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 don't kill the men in Canterbury.